Hello, this is John Peel on the BBC World Service. This week, not the usual tomfoolery, but a report on a recent trip to Turkey. In fact, your World Service posse started in Sofia, Bulgaria, visiting old pals and new radio stations, and at one stage giving a press conference. None of us was quite sure, to be honest, why we were giving a press conference, and it went fairly slowly, with me trying to answer essentially unanswerable questions of the "Is Eric Clapton still God" variety, until I mentioned Bulgarian footballer Boncho Guenchev, who plays for Ipswich Town, our local team, at which point everyone cheered up quite a lot. We also attended an unplugged live party in a seriously a la mode club, outside which, to her great surprise, my wife Sheila was interviewed. Is Eric Clapton still God? Someone wanted to know. In the morning, we caught the train to Istanbul, an 11-hour journey and infinitely preferable to the alternative 1-hour plane flight on a Russian-built aircraft only a few years younger than I am. That's Sude by Sezen Aksu, and of all the music we heard in Turkey, and in a week we could only scratch feebly at the surface of such a complex musical culture, we reckoned that of Sezen Aksu was likely to prove of greatest interest to non-Turkish listeners. I also, needless to say, visited an Istanbul street market to pick up second-hand records. Listening to this by Sukran Ay, try and imagine that the surface noise is part of the performance.
Yudum dudağından içtim. başım dönüyor, dönüyor, dönüyor. Mahzendeki şarap gibi dudaklarım yıllandı. Mahzendeki şarap gibi dudaklarım yıllandı. Yudum dudağından içtim başım dönüyor. Yudum dudağından içtim başım dönüyor. Sırılsıklam seviyorum, dudağımdan öpüyorum. Sanki şarap içiyorum, başım dönüyor, dönüyor, dönüyor. Sırılsıklam seviyorum, dudağımdan öpüyorum. Sanki şarap içiyorum, başım dönüyor, dönüyor, dönüyor.
Well worth 8p of anyone's money, I reckon, and it has a picture sleeve. Admittedly, it's a picture sleeve for a different record, but who cares? After 24 hours in Istanbul, your World Service crew took another train to Eskişehir. In fact, it's the best train I've ever been on in my life. There was so much footroom that Sheila couldn't reach the footrest in front of her, and the only sound note was struck when children throwing stones broke the window next to us. Mind you, back home they'd probably have derailed the train. Join me now, avid consumer, on stage and the concert hall of Anadolu University. A medley of Turkish folk tunes, all with titles like The Raven-Haired Lass to the Well Has Come, I expect, played by the Anadolu University Traditional Folk Dance Music Group, whose usual function is to accompany a squad of dancing lecturers. Happily, the dancing lecturers were nowhere to be seen on the night we visited Eskişehir. Also playing was Ayap Çağlar, who not only plays the baglama pretty niftily, but makes the instruments as well. Go Ayap, go! Ayap Çağlar, with members of the audience clapping and coughing along. In Eskişehir, we were given a load of help by Tarkan Oguz and Gürsel Yaktil, both of whom have an invitation to our house whenever they'd like to come. Tarkan wore a T-shirt with the word Mogalar on it, and when I plucked up the courage to ask him what it meant, fearing that Mogalar might mean eat lead, wise guy, or be the Turkish word for a part of the body, Tarkan told me Mogalar was his favourite band. This is for you, Tarkan and Gürsel. That's Mogalar. We travelled back to Istanbul by coach, as in Holidaymaker's coach plunges into ravine. I liked very much the idea of bringing cologne around for the use of the passengers, by the way. Istanbul is, of course, a much noisier place. That's Moribund Youth saying "yeah" to life, and the track is called Hear Me. Sadly, you don't hear much Moribund Youth on the radio in Istanbul, although there are zillions of stations to choose from. One station we had time to visit was Kent FM 101 in Karaköy, on the Asian side of the Bosphorus, where I spoke to rockin' DJ Metal Unduk and asked him with great originality how long the station had been on the air.
This is the first private radio station in Turkey. It's more than 2 years now. It's 4th of June, 1992.
There seem to be an extraordinary number of radio stations. I mean, many hundreds of radio stations.
Yeah, too many. You know, it makes a noise, very big noise in frequency. It's not enough frequency now, but I think it's gonna be better.
Well, when we were in Eskişehir, which I can't say,
Eskişehir,
yeah. I have a small, cheap radio, and you could find a station and put it on the table, and then if you turned the radio, a different station,
Yeah.
and you turned the radio again, another different station.
Yeah, same problem everywhere in Turkey now.
Is the signal for this station fairly clear?
Not really, not really.
How long have you worked on this radio station?
This radio station, more than 1 year. It's about 13 months now.
And what sort of a program do you do?
I'm on live shows every evening, 8 to 11 every night. And one of them, it's Wednesday, 9 to 1 midnight. It's alternative session now.
Right, so what sort of music do you play on there then?
Rock stuff's more, but I'm trying to show every man into Istanbul, of course. You know, they don't know jam stuffs now, fall stuffs or Smith stuffs, something like that, Nick Cave, etc. I'm trying to do that.
Do you have quite a good audience for this program? Then you play, as I say, you play Smiths, you play The Fall, you play The Cure, presumably, Nick Cave. I mean, do you have quite a few people listening?
I think so. They like it. If you show it better, you know, if you play pop, they like it. It's easy to hear, you know, easy listening, but some birthday party stuff's hard. But you have to know your business.
Right, and are there any good Turkish bands? Do you play any Turkish music?
Yeah, I have one live session, Nax Vomika. He's a good guy. He's working in his house, a workstation he got, and he do very good techno. But it's hard to sell in Turkey. It's very hard. Yeah.
Well,
New Dawn of the Damned by Turkish techno sultan Nux Vomica, ending this week's programme from me, John Peel, here on the BBC World Service. Next week, further merrymaking in Istanbul. Until then, goodbye.